Good evening and happy Friday. I'm Jeff Dalrymple on behalf of the Clarity crew. Today at the 5 at 5, Christian hospitality in a post-coronavirus world. As our nation and the world start to ease lockdown restrictions, how should we as Christians think about hospitality? Well, first let's define hospitality and think about some biblical principles that drive our motivations. Later, we'll talk specifically about how we can be hospitable in the season ahead of us. I define hospitality as anticipating needs. The Bible gives us several examples of hospitality and includes a definition as a love for stranger. In the Greek, this literally breaks down into two words meaning phileo, love, like Philadelphia, love of stranger, or immigrant, to love as you would your own brother. We see throughout the New Testament examples of hospitality demonstrated in the early church. Love for each other, opening their homes, sharing meals, and other cultural norms. In Romans chapter 13, we're told to practice hospitality, and in 1 Timothy 5, we see that we are to care for widows. In both Titus and 1 Timothy, the elders are to be known to show hospitality. This should be the aspiration of all Christians based on our understanding of agape love in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Note the example of the Good Samaritan in Luke 10, who stopped to help the injured man following Jesus' instruction to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself, verse 27. The love of stranger or immigrant goes beyond cultural norms of demonstrating hospitality to your friends, family, and fellow church members. While you should continue to demonstrate this kind of love and care, Jesus is challenging us to go beyond and to love those who may not be able to return the favor. As we see record numbers of unemployment in the United States and the global impact of the coronavirus pandemic, we as followers of Christ will have more and more opportunities to demonstrate this kind of love to many people in need and possibly desperate need. This will require us to put on hospitality glasses so that we can look at people around us through a new lens. This lens should challenge us to ask key questions designed to ascertain how people are really doing and what needs they may have. This approach should also prompt us to budget and to plan to be generous and to meet these needs. This involves building capacity in order to respond to needs that become evident as divine appointments. One of the simplest ways you can care for those around you is with meals, acts of service, and notes of encouragement. Be sure in your words to give praise and glory to God whenever possible and to take those gospel opportunities as they present themselves. Hospitality is a wonderful way to care for people by anticipating their needs and to demonstrate the love of Christ in some tangible way. I promise you, there are opportunities all around us, and it only requires some key questioning and basic observation skills to see how you can serve. Let's go on the offensive with intentional hospitality that is rooted in agape love, not as works righteousness, but out of an overflow of love and care for people as image bearers. This essentially becomes the fruit of our sanctified life and a beautiful example of the gospel to a watching world. Start this weekend by identifying opportunities for hospitality. On behalf of the Clarity crew, see you Monday.